Okay, time now is 10:05 a.m. in the morning on December 9th. Yeah, I'm so fucking sleepy. Holy shit. Uh I slept from 5 a.m. to 9:45, and yeah, another day with less than 5 hours of sleep. I fucking love it. I did go back to bed for 10 more minutes, but yeah. Um yeah, I can't go to sleep early. I just can't. I don't know why. I think I should always have the principle in my head that time moves fast at night. Again, it's not I didn't even doom scroll or anything like that. I mean, I did do it a little bit, but I didn't spend hours just not doing anything. It's just everything takes time. I tried to edit my short film, Smooth Op, and it took forever. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, I'm so tired. Tomorrow I get to sleep. Yeah, I also bought a couple tickets for one battle. Um, yeah, which cost like $30 each. Um, my tongue hurts. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, today at 11 a.m. I need to meet up with the two girls to work on our art project together, which I kind of don't want to. It's kind of early. 11 a.m. is kind of early for me, but it's fine. And then I'm gonna have the afternoon a little bit freed up, and then at night I'm gonna go rewatch No Other Choice. I'll be seeing Audrey again probably tonight. Wouldn't be surprised to see Jiren there. Actually, no, Jiren's always doing something. And then I need to go to Ralph's. I really, really need to go to Ralph's for some toilet paper and some other food. And that's pretty much it for today. Tomorrow it'll be more chill. Um, yeah. Just I just really fucking need sleep. I just really, really desperately need to sleep more. So so yeah, there's that. Oh my god. Um yeah, so there's that, I guess. Oh, I'm so tired. Jesus Christ. Okay, my goal tonight is go to bed at 3:30. Like if it's earlier than 4, I'll be happy. On or earlier than 4. Which means the latest time I should take a shower is 3:30 a.m. So yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Set.
Cut.
Action.
Box office, and of course, Neon. The film opens in theaters, I think in LA on Christmas Day, and then it expands in January. So if you like what you see, please tell someone you know.
제가 처음에 이 코미디 영화를 만들겠다고 했을 때 아무도 믿지 않았거든요. 어제 골든글로브 상에 코미디 뮤지컬 부문에 후보가 됐다는 사실은 분석인지 모르겠지만 제가 코미디를 만들겠다고 했을 때 이 소식을 들려드리고 싶습니다. 보시면서 웃어도 되나 하는 생각 지우시고 조금 웃긴다 싶으면 보시기 바랍니다. 고맙습니다.
Hey, excuse me, I need to sleep now. "5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. Okay, time now is 5:29 a.m. in the morning. I'm gonna go to bed right now. I'm on my bed actually. Yeah, fuck me. I just cannot go to bed early. I just cannot. I have a disease. I actually do. And the disease is having things to do. Today is actually very fucking interesting, and I feel like I can talk a very long time about it. I don't fucking know why. I have less and less time every day to do things. It's like one day has 24 hours, and then it's 23, and then it's 22, and then it's 21. Like, I'm just losing time, or time is just getting faster and faster. So yeah, I'm gonna try to be fast, I guess. Yeah. I don't know why there's a small detail, but during the Click to View short film showcase, Anya couldn't finish a drink, like a cranberry juice vodka mix, and then she gave her cup to me, and she's like, "Can you finish it? Oh wait, do you drink?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do drink. I just drank. I literally just drank." And then she gave her cup to me, and then I finished it. Yeah, I mean, several things. First of all, she thinks I don't drink. Like, to a lot of people, I'm still this, like, very innocent guy. And then, second of all, it's like, really, it's no big deal at this point anymore. Like, sharing the same cup with someone. I like to be, like, okay, if it's like a blunt being passed around in a circle, I usually, like, don't really care whose lips touch the blunt, like, at this point. But, like, drinking from the same cup or drinking from the same bowl, you know, when Jiayun did that in Hong Kong with the dessert, I was like, oh my god, I felt really close. But at some point, it just becomes kind of normalized. Okay, anyways, that's besides the point. So today, I felt terrible after waking up. I was like, ugh. But maybe it's because the film set is over, so I felt a little better. And I went to campus, and I walked. I fucking walked all the way to the Norris Theater, the little seat beside the Norris Theater, outside of Old Annenberg, and I saw Cassie and Maylene. Those are their names. I sat down and I drew, and when I arrived it was like 1:30, and I drew for like maybe an hour and 20 minutes, and surprisingly I was able to draw pretty fast. They got colored pencils, and this is really simple. Surprisingly, when I don't use watercolor, it's way simpler. And then afterwards, at around 12:30, Maylene left, and Cassandra, she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna leave the colored pencils to you, and just give it to me tomorrow, and finish your drawing and give it to me tomorrow." And I'm like, "Sure." So, instead, I walked over to Caprillion Hall. So, if you didn't know this, Michelle from the community college, Michelle from a long time ago, is on a USC set. And today is the last shooting day of the short film, and also they're filming at USC campus. Except they're not filming on the soundstage, but they're filming at 3 different locations. The first location is at the Caprillion Hall. The second location is at Alumni Park, which is beside the USC bookstore, and then the third location is at the Dentistry School. And at that point, they were at the Caprillion Hall, so I thought maybe I should go over there and check it out, because why the fuck not, you know? I'm being a little playful. And then while walking over there, I was approaching, and I walked past the Ginsburg Hall, the new fancy building, and I saw someone who looks like Audrey walking out and then walking forward. And I'm like, is that really her? Is that really her? And then I walked closer and I saw her bag and her clothes and her headband, and I immediately knew it's her. So I was like, hey. And then she was surprised and she's like, oh, hey. And we talked a little bit. Apparently she wants to do a house tour. Like, she's about to do a house tour because she wants to move. So I'm like, cool. And then she's like, you're going to No Other Choice, right? And I'm like, yes. So we are. Also, this morning, Audrey Venmo'd me $30. Which is interesting because I was about to tell her, oh, by the way, I already booked 2 tickets, but because 2 days ago I was like, okay, I'm gonna get 2 tickets then, but I wasn't sure if Audrey was actually gonna say yes to it. But she said yes to it, so yeah, by giving me the money, that's basically confirmed. Okay. Anyways, ouch. I also have a canker sore here again, so that's great. Okay, moving on. Caprillion Hall. Okay, this is the most interesting part of the day. I was outside and I told Michelle I'm outside and I kind of don't want to go in because I don't want to intrude the set. I don't want to be awkward. But then Michelle came out and then I'm like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should go in and just take a peek. So I went in and I took a peek. And it's pretty interesting. It's pretty small crew actually, like maybe 15 or 20 people. Yeah, like 15. And I saw Mo. I said hi to Mo from Taiwan. I saw Arwen and I said hi to her. And eventually I saw Cece and I saw Phoebe, whom I met for one day on Dead Matriarch's Jewels. And I've never seen any of these people together in the same room, which is fucking hilarious. I think I've seen Cece and Arwen together in the same room. Yeah. But no, have I? I don't think so actually. I don't know. And then I saw Leslie. Leslie's just there. And part of me, when I found out that Leslie's doing USC sets, I'm like, okay, I gotta avoid her. I don't want to see her anymore in my life. But then for a moment there, I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Who cares? I've gone through a whole fucking arc. Last time I saw her, and then now I've gone through a whole arc. Last time I saw her was March of 2024, I believe. But I didn't really look at her, so the real last time I saw her was actually September 2023. So it's been over 2 years, really. Over 2 years since I've spoken to her, at least. But yeah, I saw her. She waved at me, and she looked way healthier now. I think her acne is better. Her hair is like tied up, and she's grown. She's bigger now. And she's less fucked up. She looks better to work with. But she still like has that like commanding kind of tone. But yeah, it's a little bit surreal, but I didn't feel anything. I didn't really feel any strong emotions, really. Michelle's here, which is hilarious. So they're all in the same room, and I was just like talking to them. And yeah, at some point, Leslie came up to me, and I forgot exactly how the conversation went. But Leslie came up to me and was like, how are you doing? And Leslie was smiling a little bit, you know. And I'm like, oh, I forgot what I answered. I think I said, like, I'm doing okay. Like, just, like, film sets and stuff. No, she asked me if I'm graduating, and I'm like, next year. And she's like, oh. And I think that's it. Didn't really speak much to her. But yeah, she drives now. She drives from Orange County to LA. And then, yeah. And then I spent quite a bit of time. I was gonna like wait for the next bus, but then I just missed that one because I'm like, well, I want to talk to Michelle more. So I ended up talking more to Michelle. We just sat down outside and talked. I also talked to other people like Arwen. It's so interesting. I'm not on set, but then I have this set mentality. Like, oh, I gotta help clean stuff up. And they're filming the Caprillion Hall, and then students just walk in constantly and ruining the shot, or like at least kind of ruining the shot. And so at some point I stopped someone from walking. I was like, hey, excuse me, we're rolling, we're shooting a film right now. So I was like helping them. But it's so interesting too because Michelle's never seen me in USC as a USC student, and the fact that I know a bunch of random people here, and the fact that I just fit in here and I'm comfortable talking to strangers and all that. Michelle probably didn't expect that. And also I've also looked really different since the last time I've seen Leslie. Like my hair, I show my forehead, which right now I don't, but you know, with the headband I do, and I just look healthier. But yeah, you know, Leslie has a girlfriend now, which I know because I follow her on Instagram. Yeah, just the idea of, you know, at some point I really hoped that Leslie would go down a very dark path of self-destruction, you know, doing a lot of drugs and having a lot of sex with random men and women, and then just like going insane. And now she's kind of just doing okay, just working out, having a stable relationship with a stable girlfriend, and driving a car and going to school, and what's the fucking difference? Life is a prison after all, maybe. I don't know, is this the same Leslie that was dark and dominating and fucked up as the girl I've met? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not the same person either, I think. Yeah, it's surreal seeing her, I guess. And it's like one of those people where you talk and then it doesn't really feel like anything, but it leaves you with a strange aftertaste. Like, yeah, I was once obsessed with her. Yeah, and then anyways, I walked to Ralph's. I was gonna take a bus and I realized, right, I need toilet paper. Walked to Ralph's and then bought a bunch of shit, walked back home. And then, I had a stomachache again. And then I think I got like gastric flu right now, low-key. And then anyways, I rested a little bit and then I went out again to watch No Other Choice. Walked to school again. And then Audrey went into the Norris Theater before me because the line was already moving at like 6:45. But it's fine because the line doesn't seem that long, surprisingly. I saw Octavian. I lined up, I got into the theater, and I found Audrey saved me a spot. I sat right next to her, and then we watched No Other Choice. I also saw Avi Kai. I saw Ethan Go and Jia Yang, and I was like, Ethan! And then Audrey was like, Ethan! And I'm like, wait, you know him? And Audrey's like, no. And then Ethan saw me, and he's like, yo, what's up? And then I'm like, I'm gonna wear a tux. And he's like, me too. So that's cool. Andrew Wu, Ethan Kwan, and Kay Shea were also here. Brandon was here too. So, yeah, I saw him at the front. So, yeah. Watched the movie. It was fun. Better at the second time. Audrey laughed a lot. And, yeah, yay. And then movie ended, and then Audrey had to head over to the Levy Library to study. It's like a dance club study session thing. And so I was going to go home, but I ended up just talking a lot to Riley. Riley was here, and then I also talked a lot to sort of the Andrew Wu gang, and yeah, just sort of catching up with them. They asked me about movies, and they're planning to watch Resurrection because of my recommendation. And then they're going to Ono Hawaiian BBQ to get food, and I'm like, nah, I gotta go home because I don't want to spend more money outside, and also I have shit to do. I got home and I had this crazy internship, this Neon No Other Choice internship that I sincerely applied to. And I also applied to another editing internship, which I don't think I'll get, but yeah. And even though after that I had like 4 hours, 5 hours, I accomplished nothing other than finishing the movie Nowhere. But I almost edited my college update video, except I didn't have time. I almost edited my Can vlog video, except it took like a whole hour to load, and by then I was like, fuck it. And then I didn't do much else, so fuck me. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah. Okay, time now is 11:48 a.m. on December 10th. Yeah, I feel fucking terrible. I slept from, I think, 5:45 to 11:15, but I went back to bed 2 more times after that. So, yeah. And yeah, even though that's like a little bit more than 5 hours of sleep, which is better than 3 or 4 hours of sleep, it's still terrible. I think if I go to bed late, no matter when I wake up, I always feel like shit. So I feel terrible right now. And that's all because I need to give the colored pencils to Cassandra. So yeah. And then today there's a Zoom meeting, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. I think I might go to Trader Joe's as well, not too sure. It's gonna be a chill day, hopefully I get things done. But yeah, I'm so tired. I wanna just sleep. Oh my god, I really wanna just go back to bed. Yeah, and then I checked my schedule and I realized the next day I could possibly just sleep all day is December 15th. So, that's kind of fucked up. I think, to be fair, I think I can sleep more tomorrow. I still have to set an alarm. But if I go to bed hella early tonight, and by that I mean like 4 a.m. or 3 a.m., I think I can sleep a pretty decent sleep tomorrow. So I'm gonna aim for that. Yeah.
It can by being your authentic self. So if you just went scuba diving.
Okay, boys, it's 2:05 to 6 a.m. in the morning, and yeah, it's late. I really want to sleep. So today started off, I was extremely sleep deprived. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think it's like a late sleep issue. Like if I go to bed early but I don't sleep a lot, it makes me feel better. But if I go to bed late and then wake up late, I actually feel worse. So that's interesting. But yeah, this morning was fucking terrible. Like I couldn't get out of my bed for like a whole hour. I went back to bed for like 15 more minutes, and then I went back for 10 more minutes, and then I was still stuck on my bed. I just don't want to move for a whole hour. I was supposed to give back my, I was supposed to give the colored pencils to, Cassandra for my art class. At 1 p.m.-ish. She actually lives pretty close by. Thank God I didn't have to go to the USC Village or anything like that. She lives pretty close by, and it's a 10-minute walk from here, in fact. So, I thought, maybe we could find a midpoint, or I could just walk to her place. It's easy peasy. And I left my bed at 12:30, half an hour before I have to give back. By the way, I need to finish my art class final project with those colored pencils. So if I have to give the colored pencils back to her at 1 p.m. and I woke up at 12:30, really I have to, within half an hour, brush my teeth, have breakfast, draw, and finish the final project, and then leave and walk to her place within 30 minutes, which is impossible, which is why that didn't happen. I ended up leaving my place at 1:20 p.m.-ish, which is still pretty fast. Surprisingly, it took me like maybe 10 or 15 minutes to finish the art project. Real easy, don't want to touch it anymore. So this is great. This means out of my 5 classes, 3 are done. 3 down. 5 classes, 3 down. Right out of the 5 classes, the MPSA class final exam was easy. The PD class final presentation was alright. And then we have the art class project, and then I just have the 2 film classes left. 1 essay, 1 video essay. So that's cool. Yeah. Okay, yeah, anyways, I walked to her place, and it was a good walk. She showed up downstairs, and then she was like, do you want to come inside and sit? And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go back. I have stuff to do. And he's like, alright, see you on Friday then. So that's cool. Yeah, so I walked back home, and I chilled. I tried my very fucking best to be productive, but when I'm tired, it's tough. I just don't have the energy. And that's bad. It keeps perpetuating, I guess, this cycle of like I sleep less, I get more tired, I have less energy to do much, I slow down more, I procrastinate more. It's fucking bad, really. Like the last hour, I actually just doom scrolled the last hour, which is bad. But yeah, anyways, I went back home, and then at 5 p.m. I hopped on the Zoom meeting about internships. Didn't really learn much information, but you know, have a clearer idea on what resume should do, and etc. And also, yeah, internships are tough, and I always apply to internships super last minute. I need to stop doing that. I need to start applying them ASAP. Speaking of which, the editing internship I applied to last night, today I actually got an email back, which is fucking insane, asking me for my availability from Monday to Friday and whether I have reliable transportation. And that kind of sucks because it's an editing internship, which I would prefer not to do. And also it's, the worst part is that they're at Beverly Hills, which is a fucking nightmare. I also think it's paid. If it's paid and they find out I'm international, then it's a huge issue. But I'm gonna lie my way. I'm gonna lie as much as I can before they find out. And I know that's immoral, but fuck morals. This is internships, man. Morality doesn't exist in this industry, okay? I'm gonna lie as much as I can. Yeah. So, Ariel also texted me out of nowhere saying, like, hey, emoji, I was just randomly thinking about you. How are you doing? I know you're still cooking up your thesis. That's kind of sweet of her to do that. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And then at 8:30, I took a lift to the gym, and I went to the gym for an hour. Pretty lightweight gym. I did, you know, the usuals, the lateral raises, I did some chest push. I did a little bench lifting, a little bit of pull-ups, a little bit of this dumbbell thing, and then I capped it off with some running. But I really did push myself in terms of weight, because 15 pounds is beginning to be easy for me. So I'm trying to upgrade to 20 pounds, and 20 is fucking tough. Like, I tried to do this, 20 pounds, it was so bad. And then I did the push thing, and this time I did 20 pounds each side, and it was so tough. And I had to lower it to 15 pounds. And then by then, when I did the bench press, it was already too much. Just the bar alone is fine, it's easy, but then I added, I think, 10 pounds on each side, and it was really difficult. And then I did running, not bad. So, yeah, pretty good. And then I came home, had to big dinner. It took a long time to make that dinner for some reason. It's like rice, eggplants, Kalbi steak, H Mart, bean sprouts, and kimchi. And that eggplant took a while. I'm also doing the laundry, and then that's it. I'm excited for tomorrow because I'm watching One Battle After Another on IMAX 70mm, which is very exciting. With Audrey, I just feel bad because I feel like if Audrey is someone I really like have a crush on, this would be amazing. Like I would be euphoric about this. It's just such a shame that like that it had to turn out that way, you know? I guess Mary, Leslie, Jiren. Mary, I was too young and too nervous to even have eye contact with her. Leslie, turns out she's lesbian. And then Jiren, turns out she already has a boyfriend. And I'm just so unlucky. And then I don't know when's the next time I'll like someone. And like for now I have this Audrey, which she's really nice, but I feel bad for myself for not enjoying this enough. I also feel bad for her because I feel like I don't know how she feels about us suddenly hanging out so much together, but I don't know. I just hope she isn't. It feels like this is just temporary placeholder, and I hate to say that. So I hope it isn't really that way, but I'm so conflicted inside right now. I can't really, you know. When I really had a crush on Jiren, I think when it started to become really, really real, it was in like July when Jiren started like talking to me again in Beijing, and by then I already kind of liked her, you know, but it really escalated when she started sharing her invulnerable side to me, or vulnerable side to me, and yeah, and seeing her messages each day, seeing that notification from fucking WeChat is so heartwarming. And I felt so blessed. It feels like gold is showering from the sky. The way I keep getting these notifications each day, it feels like I'm blessed with gold constantly. Again, it's like people here ask, like normal people these days ask for, you know, sex and hugging, kissing, dating. I don't even ask for those things. If I can get notification from the person I love, that's already like too good. My standards are that low. My bar is that low, by the way. Yet, I just don't. Do not enjoy this. I just do not have this. So, yeah. Yeah. It sucks that I think I'm at the point in my age where hanging out with women is just perfectly normal. I think like maybe 10 years ago, right? Or like 8, 9 years ago, maybe like back in Form 3. Okay, sure, there's Bernice, but then like at some point, okay, maybe around like a late puberty, like 18, 19. If I randomly hang out with Natalie, just the two of us, it's like weird as fuck, you know? If I randomly hang out with Natalie and like go to the library together, that doesn't make any sense. If that happens in late puberty, when I'm just starting to be conscious of my romantic life, that doesn't really happen. But like now, it's whatever. And I wish it was a big deal for me. I wish this is a bigger deal for me. I really do believe that I'm slowly losing romantic feelings. Like, even if I love someone again in the future, the love would be so minute, and it would be so unextravagant that it would be not very different from just a very good friend is all, probably. Like even with Jiayun felt like a downgrade from Leslie for some reason. Even though Jiayun's like 50 times more beautiful and talented than Leslie. Let's be honest here. But for some reason, when I liked Jiayun, it was already felt like a downgrade because I felt like I'm less invested in people at this point, and now I'm even less so invested because of her, rejecting me. So yeah, I don't know. So I don't know anymore, man. I don't know. Okay, time now is 11:59 a.m. on December 11th. Yeah, I slept from 4:40 to like 11:40, so that's like 7 hours. Yeah, that's very late, but it's earlier than 5 a.m. And because of that, I felt a little better, even though I'm still sleepy right now. There's probably going to be a day where I'm just going to sleep straight for 12 hours to recharge. But anyways, I feel much better now. Yeah, last night, again, it's just every time it turns nighttime, I just become less productive. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just tired at night, or maybe it's because I give myself too many tasks at night. But last night, at some point at around 2 a.m., I fell asleep on my chair. I was watching an anime, and I just fell asleep on my chair. And I just laid back like this, and then I think I slept for like 30 minutes, or 20, or maybe 10. I don't know. But I fell asleep on my chair. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah, I just went to bed instead of doing stuff. I still have clothes in the laundry I haven't taken out. I still have emails I haven't sent. So I actually got a lot of shit to do. Today I'm gonna go to SCA to talk about internships, and then at night I'll head over to Universal Studios to watch one battle after another, which is gonna be interesting. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. In the meantime, I really gotta fucking finish editing the Smooth Operator. I need to finish it today. Also, I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna... What else am I gonna do? Right, the Asian horror video essay is due tomorrow night, so I gotta do it today. And, yeah, also tomorrow will be the presentation for the art project. Fuck. And then 2 days later, I have to go to set. Yikes. So, things are moving fast. Yeah. My chest is sore, which is great. That's the goal. And, yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's it for today. I also had a stomachache yesterday. I legit think I have gastric flu. Like some kind of stomach, like, intestinal issue right now. Yeah. Gonna write some emails. Internships, right. Fuck internships, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it. very front.
Of the theater?
No, we have to walk like 20 something minutes, I think.
Your location scouting?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's free.
So they're gonna wait a bit.
Yeah, it's probably.
Famous studio tour, and so much more. Alongside a world-class diner, shopping, and entertainment destination, Universal Cinema. Down
I'm not gonna. Huh.
This is probably time that I went to Universal Studios.
Yeah. Oh, I had so much fun at Universal today. Whoa. Okay, time now is 4:54 a.m. in the morning. Holy fuck, I didn't know that time is gonna move this fast at night. But genuinely, what in the fuck is going on? So yeah, fuck, I don't know. Today started off a little strong. I had 7 hours of sleep. I felt good, and yeah, it was nice. Today after I woke up. I didn't have a lot of time in the morning. I directly went over to SCA and had the internship meeting. In-person internship meeting. That took about an hour. It was actually kind of long. From 2 p.m. to about 2:50. And I was 5 minutes late. It's okay. I asked a series of important questions. But a couple highlights would be my resume still needs work. A bunch of things Thomas told me to do was good, but a bunch of things he told me to do was not good. Second of all is I got this email from this editing company called Mindatorium yesterday, and they were like, we're looking for internships. They asked me for my availability. I told them next semester I'll be free Mondays and blah 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 blah. And then this morning they sent me an email saying, can you come over on December 15th to do a test? And I'm kind of skeptic because December 15th would be the first day where I don't have to wake up early. And also Beverly Hills is insanely far away. So I told the internships person that, and she said, yeah, it's a bit scammy. So if I were you, I would just turn it down. So there's that. Problem solved. So yeah, I went back home, and then I sort of had lunch. Big bowl of noodles. I put so much stuff in that bowl of noodles. I had tomato soup. So we package came in right on time, and then I had the noodles. I had meatballs. I had the enoki mushrooms. I have sliced pork. I have gailan. I have the bean sprouts, which I thought was like fermenting and it's turning slimy, so I washed it. And then I have tofu, all mixed in one big bowl. It was really nice. And then, not too long later, I realized I need to go. I only had about 2 hours, and all I did was speedrun Fantastic Four, the movie. So instead, I went to AMC Universal City to watch one battle after another on IMAX 70mm with Audrey. So this is the main dish of the day. I walked 20-something minutes all the way to Expo Vermont Station. And I saw Audrey there. She's there wearing all black. And we took the metro together all the way to Universal Studios, which is something I've never done before. I've accidentally taken the metro to Studio City. But I've never... holy shit, I'm gonna wake up so late. I've never actually gone to Universal Studios just by metro. It's a first time for me. And yeah, me and Audrey, we went, and on the way we just talked, and you know, talked to her about finals, talked to her about movies, and my passion project, my thoughts, my life. And then we arrived at Universal Studios. We were quite early, actually. Also, thank God, because it was basically no trailers, except they played a 6-minute preview of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, which actually looked pretty cool. But I highly doubt it would be that cool once the whole thing is done. But yeah, thank God we weren't like super late. And we were very front, so I had to look up and look to the side the whole time. But it wasn't that bad, it was just not very comfortable, but it wasn't really that bad. But honestly, on a rewatch, this film felt way better. Like, I enjoyed every single scene, and I had a great time, and Audrey had a great time too. You know, lots of laughter, very fun. And after the film, it was like 11, and yeah, it was 10. It was 10 p.m. And somehow it took me like a long ass time to get back home. I don't know why. It was yeah. What the fuck? I don't know what happened there, but I think yeah, it was 10, and then it took me like an hour and 40 minutes to get back home, which doesn't make sense now that I'm thinking about it. There's a lot of lost time. But actually, you know, maybe I got back home at around 11. Anyways, we took a metro back, and then I walked her to her home. We said goodbye at her place, actually, and then I called a free Lyft and I left. And on the way we talked more. I revealed more about myself. I revealed about my childhood fears and my dream projects in film, and also, I don't know, at some point we started talking about sports, and I talked about badminton and how, like, I was traumatized at badminton when I was like 10 or 11, and then asked her about sports, and then she's like, oh, well, I'm just bad at balls, like basketball and soccer and football, and yeah, and she doesn't reveal much, like, the whole day, even though we spoke a lot. I feel like I didn't gain much information from her. I feel like I don't know her that well. And at the end, we walked and talked, and I was able to walk her home, which is nice. And then at the end of the day, I was like, oh, so this is the last time I'll see you this year. And she's like, yeah. You know, originally I wanted to even ask her, like, hey, maybe in a couple of days you can come to my place. We can watch Shoplifters together. But I don't want to push it, because tomorrow she has finals. The next day is basically her last day in LA, so... yeah, so this is the last time. So she's like, yeah, well, see you. You know, good luck on your finals. And I'm like, yeah, you too. Send me pictures when you go to China. And then that's it. And, yeah, I think before I started watching one battle after another, there's this feeling inside me, a frustrating feeling. A feeling of, like, frustration that it was the moment I realized, you know, it was really, like, if it's, I hate saying this, by the way, but if it's not Audrey, if it's someone else, it would be so romantic. Like, if that was Jiayun, it would be so fucking beautiful. Like, I would be, you know, just cruising in the shuttle bus to Universal Studios in the middle of the night. It's just amazing. It's just but the truth is I don't feel anything towards Audrey, and I wish I had, because I'm not feeling anything, and I feel frustrated because I feel like an empty shell. I feel like a car engine that is broken, and no matter how much I rev up, it's stuck and it never starts. And I feel like shit. And throughout the entire conversation with Audrey, it wasn't the same. I don't feel the same energy as I did with Jaeyoon. Even though with Jaeyoon it was kind of similar. Like, I talk about the movies I want to make, and I talk about my past, and we joke around a little bit. I think I do the same thing with Audrey. It's just that with Jaeyoon, I just feel so much tension. Like, I want to talk to her. I want to know her more. I want to hug her. I want to pick her brain. With Audrey, I'm getting nothing. And then I remember how, I said a while ago, I was like, yeah, I can only like Asians. And Audrey's Asian, so she's half Asian, yes. And the other thing is I can only truly vibe with international students because they understand me so much more. Even though Audrey is not from LA, she came from Michigan. And I guess there's also the sense that she misses home. She came here just for USC. But it's just different, There's so many moments throughout our conversation where she would reference a reality TV show or like some other thing, or she would set a phrase, and that would just remind me, oh yeah, I'm not American. I actually do not understand that reference or that phrase. And there's a little disconnection between us. There's so many moments where she would say something and her voice is so soft, I couldn't even hear it. And that's also when I realized that even if she's Asian, truly, she's like the opposite of my type. I like harsh, aggressive, extroverted girls at the end of the day. And that sucks because those girls are usually the girls who have already dated a bajillion times. So I don't really stand a chance, And at some point I realized, even though I almost had this inkling idea, I think post Jaeyoon, that still somehow this semester I'm gonna find someone interesting and I'll finally do it. I'll finally have a girlfriend. And of course it doesn't happen. It's the end of the year, and once again, after so many years, still nothing. And I watched so many films with this girl. I invited this girl to my place. I went to her place, like downstairs. I took a train with her. I did all these things, which is unfathomable. The fact that I'm doing this with a girl. It's just that at the end of the day, I feel nothing. As long as I feel nothing, I feel nothing. And I went back home and I just walked around my room just contemplating, and I eventually wrote a whole essay, just spitballing my thoughts out, because I feel like in a couple days I'm just gonna forget how it felt. But yeah, I recall the summer when Jaeyoon would text me every day. That joy, that excitement, where is it? It's gone. And I feel so empty now. I feel dead. I feel like a corpse. I feel like meat and bones wrapped in skin. And I don't know what to do. Like, even if Jaeyoon is in front of me. Okay, in another universe, Jaeyoon has broken up with Colin Nelson. And she's available now, and so what? I want her to know how much she hurt me, but even if she knows, that's not going to change anything. The truth is, I just don't like anyone, and besides Jaeyoon, I can't think of a single other USC person who is, like, interesting. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. It's just so fucked that I don't feel things. And it's so frustrating that I don't feel anything. So, genuinely, I don't know. genuinely, I don't know. And that's one thing I need to talk to my therapist about. It's again this like Aro Ace kind of question. It's just, I don't know, maybe I am Aro Ace, like on the spectrum at least, because I just have such a difficult time liking someone. And then I had dinner, which is really simple. It's rice, some pepper pork from Wee, and then some like gailang, and that's it, which is nice. And then during dinner, the entirety of the dinner, Mary, the roommate's just talking to me, and suddenly she starts going on this spiel about why am I shy? Why am I nervous around people? And I'm like, why do you assume that way? And she spent the entire meal just talking to me. And she made herself food, but she keeps talking to me that the food keeps getting cold and she microwaved it twice. And she started talking to me about how this is a floating rock and you should value your own values. You should put value above money. And like, you know, if you're a filmmaker, you should make movies for yourself and yourself only and not care about feedback. And I kept debating with her. I stand my ground, and I'm like, well, I disagree. I just think she's going on this rampage, and she starts talking about having ADHD and depression, and I'm just like, okay. Truth be told, everyone has ADHD at this point. Everyone has ADHD or OCD or autism. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just thinking about Audrey and how I hate that I have this amazing opportunity to hang out with her so much, and I still feel like a bland gray square. Like it's nothing. It's fucking nothing. I feel nothing. I saw a photo of Jayun, I think. Like her Instagram story. Like she took a selfie or something, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. I still like her, and even if I don't have feelings for her, I have nostalgia for summer, and I wish that's still happening, you know, because at least I had a purpose back then, like a few months ago. So yeah, I genuinely don't fucking know anymore. I don't like anyone. I'm just a loner, I guess. And it's already fucking 5 a.m. I don't know how is time going for so fast. Still haven't worked on my Asian horror essay, which is kind of fucked up. So maybe I should do that tomorrow. Yeah. I'm almost done with my short film. I just need to add some sound effects and it'll be done. So there's that. Okay. Time now is 9:57 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, and on December 11th, 12th. So yeah, I slept from 5:45 to 9:45. Yeah. So about 4 hours of sleep. Yeah, which is pretty bad. No, I think 5:50 is less than 4 hours. I'm back on my 5 a.m. grind again, but yeah, today will be the last day I'll ever have to wake up early for a class. But yeah, I'm so sleepy right now. Yeah, so the Art 207A final project today goes from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So that's why I have to wake up earlier. And then after that point, I might buy some Trader Joe's, not too sure. But the real deal is at 9 p.m. I also have my final video essay due for my Asian horror class, and then I also need to fucking finish my short film, which is close to be done, by the way. yeah, and then I want to sleep earlier tonight, like 4 or earlier, because I have to go to set tomorrow. Fuck. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm just so tired. I'm just so fucking tired. I look forward to the day where I just sleep all day. Yeah. December 15th.
Do keep in mind cheaper rides if you do Chicago. If you just add $50 or whatever.
It's 11:30.
Um,
Holy shit. What the heck? Shit. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Okay. 4 down, 9 to go. Psst. 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 Okay, it's 3:29 a.m. in the morning. I'm gonna go to bed like ASAP. Yeah, so today is, fuck me, mate, fuck me. Yeah, today is quite a lot. I woke up feeling terrible. I think I had less than 4 hours of sleep, and I'm afraid I'll have to do that again, later. But, yeah, this morning was pretty ass. I woke up and I went back to bed for 10 more minutes just to realize that I can't sleep anymore. So I hurried up, I changed my clothes, I caught a bus, and I arrived to campus. And you know, time flies, and as it turns out, today is the last school day. Yeah, I mean, sure, I'm going back to campus for some of the screenings on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, but today's the last school day. It's the last day of class, and the last day of exam, basically. So I went to art, went to Watt Hall, and outside of the classroom, it's just a bunch of my classmates standing around. And by the way, it's 11 a.m., not noon. Usually our art classes starts at noon. It was 11 a.m. and a bunch of us are standing outside because there's still people in the classroom. And while I was waiting there, I saw people working on their Google Slides, and I'm like, fuck. I know I was missing something. I know something was off. I didn't prepare any Google Slides. No one in my group did. So I immediately texted in the group chat with Cassie and Malin. I was like, hey, turns out we need to do this PowerPoint presentation. So they're like, damn, okay, we'll do it real quick. So they came, and Cassie didn't even know that it starts at 11 a.m. She thought it starts at noon, and she's like, oh my god, okay, I'll come like right now. So yeah, anyways, it's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and it's just enough time for four of our groups to do our respective presentations. And for the first hour, from 11 a.m. to noon, I was so tired, I fell asleep like 15 times. And I felt so bad. It's literally the last day of class. The professor was even like, before the class started, the professor's like, how's it going? And I'm like, it's a lot, I'm trying my best. I just cannot. I'm so tired. I'm so fucking sleepy. I'm narcoleptic, basically. So yeah, that was kind of bad. And then for the third, also, all the other groups prepare very well. The first group is all the elites, sans the Taiwanese girl. But everyone else are like actually good at drawing. And so they designed really beautiful color palettes, did a lot of amazing research, and their art is amazing. And one person drew like the environment, one person drew the key art, and I'm just thinking, well, I'm fucked. Our group is fucked. And then the second group is who was in it? The second group was this like uncanny group because these three people didn't show up on the same day. It's this Korean girl and this Chinese kid, this Chinese guy, and then this Brian, who's like kind of this like neurodivergent screenwriter. And you'd think they would not be a good fit, but I think they worked out fine. And they did The Little Mermaid. The first group also did Little Mermaid, but the second group's version is like dark version of Little Mermaid, and it's actually interesting, and there's a lot of lore. Worked out fine. Third group is like meh, except they have the Taiwanese girl who is OP, so they worked out fine. And then our group, and I'm like, in my head I'm thinking, well, shit. So we tried our best. We have this very makeshift, very like bad, low-key PowerPoint presentation, and I presented, even though I was sleep deprived, I was able to present with, I wouldn't say energy, but I was very fucking funny. I feel like whenever I'm sleep deprived, I'm really funny. So I was funny, I did my presentation, and I passed my drawing around, and I tried my best. But yeah, clearly our group is not great. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the class just ended, and the moment it ended, everyone left. My two group project mates, Malin and Cassandra, they just walked off. They didn't even say goodbye to me, and I'll probably never see them again in my life. So there's that. And the truth is, I'm not that close with anyone else in that class either. So I said thank you to the professor, and the professor's like, oh yeah, well, you finally made it to this class, so, you know, see you, happy holidays, and that's it. Very minute ending to the semester, I would say, very minute. I walked back home, and I went to Trader Joe's and bought some food, actually. And then I went back home, and I really debated myself whether I should go to sleep or just work, because I do have a video essay due at 9 p.m. And if I go home directly, it would have been like 3 p.m., so I would have 6 hours to work on it. Which is not a lot if you consider the fact that I have to have lunch and also dinner and also edit my short film. So, and today is the fucking deadline for my short film Smooth Operator, because tomorrow I'll be on set, the next day I'll be on set, and then it's Monday. And on Monday it's basically the last day of school, basically, and then what's the point? So it's like the semester is ending, I want to get my film out there before the semester ends, I want the students to see it. Yeah. And I was even thinking maybe I should just get coffee or like some kind of energy drink, like boba, but then it's like, maybe not, because I don't want to be abusing substances. So I decided to go back to bed, just for 40 minutes. And that became an hour, but I didn't go any longer. I could have, but I didn't. Yeah, it was nice, but definitely, you know. So I woke up at around like 4 something p.m. and then I immediately started working on my video essay, and I worked on it for 6 straight hours. I made myself a simple lunch with like tortilla and like avocado spread, which is nice, but very small. And then I did not eat food. I did not walk around, just the whole 5 hours straight on my laptop, just like working on it. And I wanted to, but like it's stressful because not only do I have a deadline for my video essay for my Asian horror class, but I also have my deadline for the short film, which is more of like the deadline I gave myself. And the reason being is that I want my short film to be done so that I could upload it to my channel, so that I could link a QR code to that short film and then print that QR code out, put it on a piece of paper, print it out, and stick it all over the USC campus. But the FedEx printing office closes at 7 p.m. Fuck. But then suddenly it clicked. What if I don't go to FedEx to print? What if I go to the USC Levy Library? Because Mary, the roommate, she went to the Levy Library at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and it was fine. Because during the final exam period, they opened a library 24 hours. And I thought, you know what, maybe that would work. So I ended up doing a little editing, and then finally finishing it. And then at around 8 p.m., going back to the video essay. And I finished the video essay and the 2 essay summaries, which took a while. I finished that at around 10 something p.m., so I was an hour late. But it's okay. I'm sure the professor will be lenient, because I'm a good student. So after that, I think it was like 11:30. My short film is done, and I'm done with my Asian horror class, which means out of my 5 classes, 4 is done. And the 5th one is like optional, but I'm still going to do it. But huge stress gone. Oh my god. So at 11:20, I haven't even had dinner yet. I went out. I took a free Lyft, went to the USC campus, walked to Levy Library, and tried to print. And the issue is, turns out my USC ID card doesn't work, because I reported that my USC ID card is lost last month when I lost my wallet. So they like defunct my USC ID. So I tried to print with my USC ID, didn't work. I asked for someone for help. Thankfully, there's another way. There's another workaround called REPA, where you can print stuff as a guess. So that's what I did. I went to the basement and went to this printer and printed stuff, and then somehow my PDF is not being recognized by the server, so I had to take a screenshot and crop the screenshot, blah, 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 blah. Finally worked it out. I brought scissors, I brought tape, I cut it up, and everything worked out. And I had 12 pieces of this. I kept 11 pieces of paper, 11 QR codes. I scattered them all across campus. Unfortunately, because at the time it was like midnight, so a lot of places are not open. Otherwise, I could have gone into places and stuck them onto boards. But I still like put them all around. Put some in Roski, put some in SCA, put a bunch outside the campus as well. And I'm probably going to do this again because I feel like the graphics is not good enough. But it's really interesting. I've never done this much to promote a short film, but I'm enjoying it. And then I came back home, I had dinner, mac and cheese, chicken, and then it's nighttime. And then of course, nighttime, time flies by, and I couldn't do a single thing. And I realized I have to wake up at 7 a.m., which is like, what, 3 hours later? So, yeah. So no more watching movie, no more editing the Can vlog, no more editing college update, no more this, no more that, no more this, no more that. But anyways, even so, I've accomplished 2 big things today. I finished editing my Smooth Operator short film. It's a little rushed, but it's okay. I'm proud of it. And Asian horror is done. That class is done. So I'm happy with that. So yeah. That's good, and hopefully tomorrow's set would be fun. Alba would be there, maybe Jonathan's going to be there. He said he's not going to be free, but he's on the call sheet. And then I also saw on my call sheet that Potter's going to be there, which is interesting, so we'll see.